It's Anne again. This is letter number 7. I was thinking before doing this of that song, The Cat Came Back the Very Next Day. The cat came back, they thought it was a goner, but it just wouldn't go away. You probably feel that way about me by this point if you're watching, but I'm gonna keep going. So the topic of this letter is love. So as I say this to you, my own mother is 90 and probably at the end of her life. She's adorable. She's like 5 foot tall, has white, snowy white hair. Everybody who is with her just adores her. She's got this like incredibly sweet, organic quality. She's a painter. She's in Portland, Oregon right now, where they are dragging people out of cars and rioting, and maybe moving into residential neighborhoods. Anyway, I think the most important thing right now as a therapist in people's lives is actually what kind of mother you got. And I won the mom lottery, truly. I have an amazing mom. She's not perfect, she's very, very good. And probably everything that I have to offer my kids or to you in this video, I could attribute to my mother, truly. I wonder when you're a famous person if you get enough love. And that seems crazy because you have millions of fans. All these people adore you. You have a crazy overabundance of love. And yet I wonder if you actually feel starved for love because the love that you get seems so suspect. Are these people actually truly loving you, or do they want things from you? Do they want money or some of your fame? It seems like you've had some troubled experiences with love, as we all have. Better to have loved and lost than not to have loved at all, is what I think that one would say. I want to talk about the different kinds of love. When I was going through a divorce after a 20-year marriage, I went into my children's school and I was just devastated unexpectedly by being in their school. I felt like such a failure that I had been unable to stay in the marriage. I never intended to get divorced. I thought we would be together forever. And this preschool teacher came up to me. She knew how devastated I was. Tears were beginning to fall down my face in a public space. And she said, "You are so loved. You are incredibly loved." That was just the right thing to say. I don't know how she knew that. I think often we go through these experiences and we think they're so original. And in fact, they're very common. Everyone's having the same experience. But I'm going to talk about a few different kinds of love. So there's puppy love, when you're 17 and you have your first boyfriend or girlfriend. In my younger daughter's case, actually in both my daughter's cases, they're in relationships with women. It's a whole new kind of love right now. It's fluid. There are all kinds of other possibilities that weren't the case when I was growing up, when it was more heterosexual love. I would say the next kind of love is left side love. And that would be when you get that you're sort of a different person from the person that you're with, and that you don't always agree, that actually you have different ideas about what you want to do. As your identity develops, the person you're with maybe has different ideas. What would be after that? Maybe married love. When you get married and you have a child with somebody, that's a very specific kind of love. It's maybe not as romantic as early love because you're working as a team to help raise these kids. What are some other kinds of love? There's Lolita love, where someone younger goes for someone older, inappropriately older. Sometimes they're being used in some way by an older person. Maybe not, but there's Lolita love. There's forbidden love. We know that people have affairs all the time when they're married. That would be forbidden love. Then there's, I guess, mature love, like maybe your kids are grown and they've left the house and you find you still care about this person. I think when people have been together for a really long time, their faces begin to look similar because they have expressions that they have in common because they've looked at each other so many times. That would be mature love. And then the final love, the love where I am right now with my boyfriend Chris, is what I call Chernobyl love. Now, Chernobyl love is when something terrible happens to one of the two of you. In my case, I've had this awful illness, and it means that he has to look after me all the time. And that's certainly not what one signs up for, but that's what Chernobyl love is. So I hope this has been interesting for you. I hope I've explained a little bit about the different kinds of love and maybe what was present or missing in your story. Talk to you soon.